Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina wa Maulana Muhammad. Afzala salawatika bi'adadi ma'lumatika wa barik wa sallim wa salli alayhi. So last night we mentioned Mayyizatul Insan, are characteristics of human or distinction of human from other animals. So we mentioned there that one is their apparent distinction, which is stature and feature, and the second one is their inner distinction, that they have aql. So because of aql, they have three things. Number one, they are not standing up only for mahsus. Mahsus means something which is to be found with five senses. But they are standing for ma'qul, something which is to be found through aql. And number two, they are looking for beauty in their physical needs, looking for a delicious food, soft drink, beautiful residence, good match. And number three, that they are looking for ease, to make a little effort and to get a lot of ease. But as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given different approach to different people, so some of them, they approach the point. They find and invent a thing, and the other who were seeking for that, but they couldn't find it, so they follow them. Got it? So now, the next topic is Asbabul Ilm, means or sources of knowledge. This topic is little bit difficult because we'll be talking about aql a lot. Got it? Bismillah. Means of knowledge. Means mean the tools. Means mean the tools. You are getting knowledge by using those tools. So these are three in number. Number one, the senses. Number two, the intellect. And number three, a true news. So you see, so you know. You hear, you know. You smell, you know. You taste, you know. You touch, you know. Got it? So these are the senses. Number two, the intellect, which is human speciality. He is using aql and intellect, and he knows things. Got it? And number 3, they are getting news from one another. So you are saying something with certainty. Have you seen it? No. Have you tasted that? No. Have you smelt it? No. That's your intellectual approach? You got it through? No. How? Tariq Jan told me. And you believe that he is speaking the truth? So whatever he told you, you believe it a true news. That's another source and mean of knowledge. Got it?
Yes.
But news is called khabar. What? Khabar. And khabar is defined by ulama ma'ani and ulama mantiq as well. Ma yahtamilu as-sidqa wal kidhba. Whatever news came to you, it may be true, may be a lie. Every news, about every news you can say, may be true or lie. Got it?
Yes.
So may be true, it doesn't mean that in reality, not to you it may be true. It may be true to you that you believed it. So for you that is not considered a lie because you believed it. Got it or not? And that is the case, that the matters, the disputes, the problems, affairs are getting settled or decreed based on news. Based upon? What is testimony?
Khabar.
What is statement of a witness? That's a khabar. Yes, but is the judge and the court satisfied with? So he decreed accordingly. Got it?
Yes.
If khabar was not a source of knowledge, so how the Qazi or the judge, he is decreeing a case based on the news of 2 guys. Because these two guys, they gave only news. What they did? If they both said even that we saw it, so they say we saw it. But you as a judge and Qazi, you have not seen their seeing. Yes, but they were seeing. So you were seeing their seeing? Yes, but they are telling you that we saw. So they are giving you a news. And the judge and court is satisfied with. Judge and the court is satisfied with. So even the court hang a person based on that. Yes, cut the hand of someone based on that. Imprison him based on that. Got it? Or not it? Send a lady with the boy, a girl with the boy based on news. Because girl, he filed a case against someone that he married me, now he is not to keep me. Yes, and he denies that I have never married her. So the girl presented 2 witnesses to the court that these are the witnesses of my nikah contract. Got it? Now the court got satisfied with the 2 witnesses. Doesn't matter, in reality they were telling liar, they were right. But they testified that we testify that yes, this boy has married this girl. So now when the judge is satisfied with, he decreed accordingly that they are husband and wife. They are husband and wife. A case came to Sayyidina Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala in such a way, and he decreed accordingly. Now when he decreed in favor of the girl, yes, so the girl smiled and she said that Amir al-Mu'mineen, if you can salamize our nikah now, if you can salamize our nikah now, so Sayyidina Ali, you should write this sentence, Shahidaki, Zawwajaki. What he said, Mawli Yusuf?
Shahidaki zawwaja.
Shahidaki zawwajaki, your two witnesses already solemnized your nikah. Yes. Because what is nikah? Yes, two witnesses, they are testifying. Got it? Got it?
Yes.
Or not it? Shahidaki
Zawwajaki.
zawwajaki. Got it? So true news. Now senses, that is makhlooq. What is senses? Makhlooq are creature. Makhlooq is limited or unlimited? Limited. Makhlooq makes mistake or not?
Yes.
So senses makes mistake as well. So wherever there is a shortage of senses or mistake, so we need aql there. Things which we cannot find by using our senses. So what we use there? Aql. Got it? A very good example. As you know, that every leading personality, he has envies and jealous people for him. Yes? That's human nature. Same was the case of Imam Abu Hanifa, rahmatullahi alayh. So many ulama, they were jealous of him. Yes? So they were sending some people, he was giving dars, and these people were asking different type of question only to bother Imam Sahib, rahmatullahi alayh. So one guy, he asked him that, Imam, he said, yes, that you are a great Imam. In the whole area, people do follow you, listen to you. So can you tell me one thing? He said, what? He said, the extreme of human, your discharge, that is sweet or that is sour? Now this is a question, but only to bother Imam. So Imam rahmatullahi alayhi extempore, he said, when that is fresh, that is sweet. But after a little while, it turns sour. Got it? So now the next question, the guy asked him, senses, Imam, have you tested it? The fresh one and the old one? He said, we are human. We are not using for knowledge and ilm only senses. We are using aql also. This is a thing that could not be found by using your senses, but by using of your aql. So I found it through my aql. So he said that, Imam, how did you find it through your aql? What it means? He said, you should observe that and have an experience like Jamil. Yes. Yes. Losing money. Yes. That you can do an experience. Yes. He said, what experience? He said, just do poo in an area where there are a lot of flies. That is fresh. You will see that the flies are coming and sitting on that, eating it, and even they are bringing out their larvae on that as well. Got it? Because the flies are born where? In the filth. Where? In the filth. They put their larvae where? In the filth. So they are eating it, and here from they are eating, and there the larvae is coming out. After some while, they have the wings and they move and things like that. Got it? But he says that tomorrow you should visit your production. You will not see any flies sitting on that production. And this is known that fly is coming to sweet thing, not to sour. It lick and eat only sweet. Not say, you are an imam. That the way this, but he himself said that I have been sent by some people, that you have to cause him anger. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi smiled that, no, you are asking a question. I never show my attitude to my student. Yes. Doesn't matter. Yes. He said that this is the thing. Maybe you have known all other things. This is the only thing you did not know. That's why you came. Imam was a sharp man. Yes. You have to be the wakil and attorney of whom? You will be.
Inshallah.
You are not flip-flop. Because I don't know what's wrong with these fresh mullahs. Yes, they are. Why? Why they are flip-flop? They don't know what. They have to study properly. Yes. So, the true news. Got it? But as I told you, that news given by anybody could be true and could be a lie. Got it? So that's why, for a Muslim, in the place of this true news, or we are saying that true news that is of two, the source is human knowledge. And the source is wahi. So we consider this one too much. Got it? What? The wahi. You got it? So now, the next question is coming. What is the question? Say. Say, why intellect is needed when we have senses? Why intellect is needed when we have senses? Because, number one, senses have limits and still there are things to be known. There are things to be known. And that is possible only through aql. Got it? Things are there, but neither you can see it, nor you can hear it, taste it, smell it, or touch it. Got it? And seeking knowledge, that is human nature. Seeking knowledge, that is human. Everybody has that nature to know something. What? To know something. Got it? But mostly that is not felt. But if you will stop someone not to do anything, even a small kid, yes, that don't open that door, yes, so he will be, yes, looking at you. The moment you are out, you will go there. What is there? This thing is moving him and pushing him to know things that he has been stopped from. So that is the nature. Otherwise, what he is doing, they are opening the door. You know what I'm saying? And that what the Arab says, that al-insanu harisun fi ma muni'a. What Yusuf?
Yes.
Write it. Al-insanu harisun fi ma muni'a. Human is more eager for a thing he has been stopped from or prevented from. If you will tell someone that be here in the masjid, but don't go to that bathroom. Yes. So even though he is an elder and having beard and turban and everything, but he will be looking at. Yes. Got it?
Yeah.
Al-insanu harisun fima muni'a. Sometime in a light mode we say that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have prevented Adam and Hawa from tree, maybe they have not touched it. Yes, but they have been prevented, so they say let's test it. Yes, that's how it tests. Good. And that what was the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. That what we say, that there is the Amr of Allah or the Nahi of Allah, and there is the Mashiyat of Allah. Yes. So sometime Allah orders for a thing, but He does not will it. And sometime He prevents from a thing and He wills that. So in case of Adam, He prevented him not to go close to that tree, but He willed it. So things will not come according to His order and prevention. Things will come according to the Mashiyat and will of Allah. Get it? Well, if you will understand this one point, the Taqdeer issue is like 1, 2, 3. That is finished. Got it? That, look, He stopped him not to go close to a tree. Yes, but He willed it. So things will happen according to His will, not according to His words. Why? That's a matter of wisdom and philosophy. Got it? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed Ibrahim in his dream to slaughter his son. So that was an order, for example, to slaughter his son, but he did not will it. He ordered him to slaughter, but he did not will it. So it happened? No. Why? As we said, that things will happen according to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Got it? Or not it? So, now why intellect is needed? We have senses. Number one, because it has limits. Senses have limits. And number two, it turns weak. It turns weak. But anyhow, the solid reason is only the first one. So now is the important thing. The aql. The aql or the intellect. So Ibn Sina is considered the one who introduced the Aristotle philosophy to the Muslim world. Just write it down. Who introduced us to Aristotle? Ibn Sina. Number one. Number two, Imam Ghazali and Hafiz ibn Rushd. Who? Imam Ghazali, and number two, Hafiz ibn Rushd. They both also introduced us to Greece philosophy. Greek philosophy got introduced to Muslims by whom? by Imam Ghazali, by Hafiz ibn Rushd. But their approach was in a different way. Ibn Sina is a different way. Even though Ghazali and Ibn Rushd both were philosophers as well. But they were too much in Sharia sciences also. So Imam Ghazali, rahmatullahi alayh, he studied the Greek philosophy from a critical point of view. Otherwise, there was a time in Muslim world, look at me, there was a time in Muslim world, the Muslims, they got influenced by Greek philosophy to the same extent as we are impressed by science and technology now. Got it? Even though they were not taking care of Quran and Hadith and Fiqh and Sharia. Thanks to Imam Ghazali, rahmatullah, he said that this is not the only case, that they are too much in love with philosophy. But he said that bad and wrong concepts are there. This will put their Iman on stake. They will lose their Iman. They will lose their Iman. So Imam Ghazali rahmatullahi alayh, ya subhanallah, he wrote his famous book, Tahafutul Falasifa. What? Tahafutul Falasifa. Tahafut, yes, somebody who's talking mess. Who's talking? A mess. So he wrote a book, yes, a mess of philosophy. Then Hafiz ibn Rushd came. Imam Ghazali, mazhab-wise, he was Shafi'i. And Hafiz ibn Rushd, he was Maliki. He was from Spain. Got it? Because Malikites philosophy of fiqh is introduced in Africa. And from Africa it went to Spain. From Africa? Because Africa and Spain are neighbors. Yes? That's why the great Maliki scholars, they are from that part. Yeah? Like Allama Qurtubi, like Imam Sawi, they are hailing there from. Got it? Hafiz ibn Rushd al-Jadd and Hafiz ibn Rushd al-Hafid. They are two Ibn Rushd. One is the grandfather, the other one is the grandson. Both of them are great scholars. But Hafiz ibn Rushd al-Jadd, he was the judge. He was the Islamic judge of Banu Umayyad. Got it? And Hafiz ibn Rushd al-Hafid, he was a scholar of deen, but at the same time was a great philosopher as well. Yes? And he was too much in love with philosophy. So certain points of view or criticism by Imam Ghazali, he deferred. He deferred. So there he wrote a book. He named it as Tahafutul Falasifa. The mess in Tahafutul Falasifa. Yes. Imam Ghazali says, mess of Falasifa. So he said, Tahafutul Falasifa. The mess in Tahafutul Falasifa. But actually, they never sat with one another. Otherwise, if they would have sat with one another and debated that, because when we studied these books, so we came to know that there is no big difference between them both. But what Hafiz ibn Rushd got from his book, that is not meant by Ghazali. It is not meant by Ghazali. Got it? So when that is not meant by Ghazali, so it means that his rejection or his refusal, that's nothing then. Got it? But anyhow, these three people, they got us introduced to Greece philosophy. And philosophy actually started where from? Yes, the Jadid philosophy or Al-Falsafatul Jadida, that started from Greek. So anyhow, from Greek, but not from Pompeii. Okay, so anyhow, that's another philosophy. That's also a philosophy. Yes. What Yusuf is looking at me that what type of philosophy is there in Pompeii? You don't know.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes, Karjan and Nasimjan, they are experts. This Imam Ghazali of that philosophy, he is Hafiz in the Rushd. Yes. And Fahim, you can call him Blessing of that philosophy.
Student?
Yes.
I'm not the king.
Yes. Okay. So anyhow, the aql or the intellect. So that is an immaterial thing. Aql is what? Immaterial thing. Al-Jawhar al-Mujarrad. Because there are two types of Jawahir as we mentioned. Jawhar Mujarrad and Jawhar Maddi. Yes?
Yes.
You remember or not?
Yes.
Yes. In Jawhar and Araz we mentioned that. So there we said Kal Malaki, Wal Ruhi, Wal Nafsi. Yes?
Yes.
Wal Aql. When we say immaterial element, so there we mentioned like the angels, the Nafs Natiqa, the Ruh and the Aql. 4 things. Number 1, Al-Malak. Number 2, Al-Ruh. Number 3, Al-Nafs. And number 4, Al-Aql. Now this Aql is such a thing that Allah blessed us with. Yes, the angels have it and the jinn have it. But on the other hand, the angels, they do not have the desires with. And whatever talent you have, if the opposite of that is not there, so then that thing is not progressing and promoting furthermore. Got it?
Got it.
Got it or not?
Yes.
That's why when the bird is flying, the bird is, and the wind is from the opposite side, so the bird go high. Yes or not?
Yes.
And that's why in Urdu there is a share or verse, and you have seen that in Karachi and the trucks, कि तुम दिए बाद मुखालिफ से न घबराए औकाब, ये तो चलती है तुझे होंश उड़ाने के लिए. That, oh, the eagle or the shaheen, don't be afraid of this very strong wind. This strong wind is to take you much more high. This is the share of Allama Iqbal. Actually, he is telling the Muslims, if you have opposition in the world, the stronger is the opposition, the higher will be your flight. Yes, but actually our wings are cut it. We are grounded forever. We are what? We are grounded forever. At least if you are flying and the opposition is there. So he said that opposition is just like a strong wind for a flying bird. So strong wind is elevating the flight of the bird. What a beautiful share he said. कि तुम दिए बाद मुखालिफ से न घबराए औकाब, ये तो चलती है तुझे ऊंचा उड़ाने के लिए. Got it?
Yeah.
So now aql, that is an immaterial element being given to human. Ibn Abbas narrates radiyallahu ta'ala an. Even though he has not made it marfu. Marfu mean he has not attributed it to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but something which is not findable through aql. If a sahabi say that, so we call it hadith hukmi. We call it what? Hadith hukmi. So Ibn Abbas says radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blew the ruh in Adam alayhi salam, so Jibreel Amin brought him a very shining golden tray covered with a silken fabric. Golden tray covered with silken fabric. When he uncovered it, there were 3 very shining, illuminating elements. Got it?
Good.
So Jibreel Amin asked him to pick one of these 3, whichever you like. So that was the taqdeer of Allah. He picked up one. He said, this one I like. This one I like. And that was aql. That was what? That was aql. Got it? So now when he picked that, so then Iman said to the haya, 2 other elements, one was Iman, one was haya. So Iman said to haya, no, haya said to Iman that you should leave now. Got it? So he said, no, I will stay. He said, why? He said that I stay where the aql is. I stay where the aql is. So haya said, and I stay where Iman is. So these 3 things are clubbed together in a good human. Iman, aql and haya. So a good moment will be having number 1, Iman, number 2, aql, and number 3, haya. A good moment will never do indecent things. Yes? Yes or not? Because that is just like putting himself down. So nobody will put himself down. Got it? So now, where that aql is in human body, Imam Shafi Rahmatullahi alayhi says that is in heart. Because as you know, that Imam Shafi and Ahmad bin Hanbal rahimahumullah, they are taking text as is, literal meaning. Got it? So they say in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is attributing aql to hearts. Got it? Attributing aql to hearts. As Allah says, what Yusuf, where is that? Lahum qulubun la yafqahuna biha. Or la yaqiluna biha. Lahum qulubun la yaqiluna biha. These kuffar, they have hearts, but they do not reflect therewith. Reflect means thinking. Reflect means thinking. And thinking is the practice of aql. That is the practice of? The exercise of aql is called thinking. And Allah says, Lahum qulubun, they have the hearts, but they are not thinking with. So Imam Shafi Rahmatullah alayhi has taken such like ayat into consideration, and he said that aql is there in heart. Aql is there in what? Heart. In heart. Imam Abu Hanifa says aql is there in the brain. Aql is not in heart. Aql is there in the brain.
179.
Yes. Aql is there in what? In the brain. No, aql is not there in Surah Al-An'am. Aql is in the brain. Yes, ayah is there in Surah Al-An'am. Araf, okay. So Imam Shafi, even though he was not there when Imam Abu Hanifa was alive, but let's say from his side that maybe he will say that no, the Quran says lahum qulubun la yaqiluna biha. Yes. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullahi alayhi says, yes, Quran says another thing also. What it says? فَإِنَّهَا لَا تَعْمَى الْأَبْصَارُ وَلَكِنْ تَعْمَى الْقُلُوبُ الَّتِي فِي الصُّدُورِ. Actually, the eyes are not getting blind. These are the hearts getting blind. So now blindness is attributed to the eyes. So the heart has eyes also. Heart has eyes? No. So you say attribution is something else. Yes. So then maybe Imam Shafi will say, but why it is attributed? So Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi says that one is function, one is source. One is the functional element, and the second one is the source element. So heart, that is the source of energy for the function of each and every single organ. Got it?
Yes.
Got it or not it?
Yes.
But now catching is with hand, and kicking is with the leg and foot. Got it? Got it or not it? But the energy to all these organs are coming from the heart. So you can say that when you are catching, yes, so you can say, what a strong hand he has. And also you can say, the way you, oh, what a strong heart power he has. So this one is a direct attribution. That one is indirect attribution to the energy or to the power source. Got it? To what? The power source. It doesn't mean that Imam Rahmatullah Alayhi is denying any understanding by heart. Because he says that belief, that is the function of heart. Belief is what? That's not function of brain, that's function of heart. Now, till now, the physicists, who? The physicists, they were of the view that heart does not have any other function but only pumping the blood. But only pumping the blood. But now they came to know that no, it has a lot of function. It has a lot of function. And they say that whatever the heart is delivering to the brain is more than what the brain is delivering to the heart. And that is why? Because heart is the chief. That is the chief executive. That's what? The chief executive. Heart is subject to him, but heart is not subject to brain. Heart is not subject to brain. And the example which I give more oftenly, that falling in love. That's the case of heart or brain? The case of heart. So it subjugates itself to the brain. Yes. If the brain will think about, should I go ahead or should I stop it? Yeah, the heart will. Yes. That the moment the heart does that, yes, the brain, he shrinks because of fear that, oh, the chief executive. Yes, he is doing a thing, what can I do? Got it? Yes. Or not it? So anyhow, now aql, that's in the brain. And that what? The philosopher also said that aql is there in the brain. Got it? But the old philosophers, as I was referring to Ibn Sina, so some people say that these details are given by Aristotle, but actually not. These details are given by Ibn Sina for the first time. By whom? By Ibn Sina for the first time, but based on the philosophy given by Aristotle. Based on philosophy given by Aristotle. Otherwise, details are given by whom? By Ibn Sina. So maybe Aristotle said a little bit, yani ijmali, not in detail. Yes? So now, this is the skull. So they divided it into 3 portions. This is the forehead side, and this is the back. And then every part they have subdivided. Got it? So look, this portion, they call it Tajweef Awwal, the first cabinet. Tajweef Sani, Tajweef Salis. So in this cabinet, there is subdivision. In this cabinet, there is subdivision. In this cabinet, there is subdivision. But that is, look at me. Look, this division is from like this. Here from like this. Got it? So here is the first one. That is called Hiss Mushtarak. Literal meaning of Hiss Mushtarak is common sense. Hiss Mushtarak. So now look, the 5 senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the whole body. Yes, 5 senses you remember. Yes or not? They are taking only picture. They do not know things. Eyes do not know things. They take picture, sending it to Hiss Mushtarak. This one is taking picture of taste and sending it to Hiss Mushtarak. This one is taking picture of smell, sending it to Hiss Mushtarak. Yes. This one is taking picture of voice. Taking a picture of? You say picture of voice? Yes. What is this regarding?
Sure.
This picture of voice. Yes, and that's why we have given fatwa. If Maulvi Yusuf is reciting Quran and he recited Ayatul Sajda, so all those who heard it, they are bound to make sajda. Yes, but if you are listening to a recorded Quran, so then you are not bound to make sajda. Because that is not the proper voice, that's the picture. Like if the picture is not the proper human, so that voice is not the proper voice. Got it?
Yeah.
These in new technology, the fatwas are going like this. Got it?
Yes.
So anyhow, Hiss Mushtarak. Yes. So this word is used too often and very frequently. And the philosophers, they have discussed it in too much detail. But still they have a dispute. Is there anything, the way we explain Hiss Mushtarak, is there any sense is there? Or this is a ta'bir and expression? This is a ta'bir or expression? Yes, in modern philosophy, they call it professor. In modern, they call it ESP. It stands for, you can Google it. It's a test. Maybe Google will not give it to you. Huh? Because sometimes Sheikh Google also make. He's not giving you?
Extrasensory perception.
Yes, extra sensory perception. ESP, extra sensory perception. So they said this is actually not a sense. That is what the Hiss Mushtarak has got from all 5 senses. Got from what? From all 5 senses. And then he analyzed it. And then he analyzed. Whatever the result of that analysis is, that is called the common sense. whatever is the result of that analysis, that is called the common sense. And that's why they say that common sense is a sense which is not that much common. Yes. Yes, Mansoor, common sense is a sense which is not that much common. Yes. I think most of the people, they do not have it. Yes? So, Hisi Mushtarak, it is, actually it perceives all the pictures of five senses. It perceives. Yes, your eye, but the way this conveying is taking place, ya subhanallah, in nanosecond, I don't know how many currents are going here and there. You know what I'm saying? Got it? So, Hisi Mushtarak. You got it?
Yeah.
Now, when Hisi Mushtarak gets a picture and he perceives it, and the process disappeared. The process disappears. So he sends the file to this portion. Got it? There is office. In the back of the office, there is a storage room. Back of the office, storage room. Storage, we are putting these chairs and these things, but they call it record room. They call it what? Record room. Yeah, the record is there. All the files are there in the bag. So this is the record room. This one. This is called khayal. So khayal is actually the record room of the perceptions of Hisi Mushtarak. Perceptions of Hisi Mushtarak is for all five senses. So the record is kept or bookkeeping. Yes. I don't know here they use it or not.
Yes.
Use it?
Yes.
Yes. Because back home we call it bookkeeper or bookkeeping. Yes. So bookkeeper, a responsible person. He is taking care of all the files. Got it? Now, here, the middle portion, it's nisf muakhar. This is nisf muqaddam, first half. This is nisf muakhar, yeah, the second half or the last half. Got it? So here, there is a sense which is called waham. Waham not in the meaning of superstition. This is a term. They named it as waham. Got it? Like as Hisi Mushtarak is perceiving the pictures of five senses. Got it? And the pictures of five senses, metaphorically you can call it visible things. What? Visible. Even though the vision is related to this eye, but metaphorically, for the picturizing of all four senses, you call it visibility. Got it? Or vision. Got it? But there is something which is called ma'nawiyat or ma'qulat. Ma'nawiyat or ma'qulat. Like fear. Fear is what? That's a ma'na. That's not a visible thing. That's it. Not visible fear. That is neither the function of eye, nor of ear, nor of taste. Yes. If you fear something, you taste it or what?
No.
Yes. You feel it. Yes. So ma'nawiyat mean such like things. So ma'nawiyat are sensed by waham. By who? By waham. And that's why somebody who has a lot of fear of everything, we say, wahmide. What we say? Wahmide. Yes. Mean the waham has overtaken him. Wahmide mean the waham has overtaken him. So now let me give you an example. Goat and lion. Goat and lion. Goat by nature is afraid of lion and the voice of lion. If the lion will roar, all the goats will run away. Why? Because they have an imaginary shape in their mind that of a lion, even though they have not seen a lion in their lifetime. But they have an imaginary shape there. Got it? And that shape, that is picture, so that the function of Hiss Mushtarak. That is the function of what? Hiss Mushtarak. But at the same time, they feel a fear of lion, which is the function of Waham. Which is the function of Waham. All these functions are common in all animals. I am taking you slowly towards, yes, now I'm trying to make you animal, then I will take you to make you human later on. Yes, because Darwin said that human got built up later on. It was processing through all these animal stages. Got it? So anyhow, what do you say?
Yes,
You are awake or you are not?
I'm awake.
So what do you think if we will start these lectures there in madrasa? So what they will think about us? In Pakistan, they drop Sharjami also. That this very difficult book. Yes, they dropped it. They put something on Nahwul Wazih or something. I don't know whose book is that. So anyhow, Al-Balaghatul Wazih and An-Nahwul Wazih. I don't know who has written it.
We did Balaghatul Wazih.
Okay. So because you were unable to study Sharjami. So anyhow, Waham. So now, Waham sense the fear. Yes, Hiss Mushtarak sense the shape. Got it? Now, how you will club together and combine together shape with Mana. Shape is what? With Mana. Shape with fear. That this is the shape of the lion and the fear is there. Got it? So, first, like as we say, that Hiss Mushtarak perceive the pictures of all five senses, but he sends the file to be and record to what? To Khayal. Same is the case of Waham. It senses the Ma'naviyat, but whatever file it perceived, so it give it to this portion. And this portion is called Hafizah, or memory. Hafizah, or memory. Now look at me, another good example. One is my words, which you are hearing with your ears. So it goes from ears where? Don't say brain. We are not in brain. It goes to Hiss Mushtarak. It goes to Hiss Mushtarak. And one is the meaning or the knowledge in those words. Got it? So that meaning and knowledge goes to Waham. Waham is sensing the knowledge. Yes, Hiss Mushtarak is sensing the words. And Waham is sensing the knowledge there in the word, the meaning there in the word. Got it?
Yes.
So now when Waham sensed the knowledge and the means, so he gives the file here to this one, Hafizah or memory. Hafizah or memory. And that memory is in the last portion of the brain. That's why if somebody will fall on his back, may Allah forgive and forbid, and he will hit the back of his head, we say he's in coma. Yes, or if not in coma, so we say he cannot recognize because he lost his Hafizah. He lost his Hafizah. So now when the power of Hafizah is weak, so it cannot bring out the file very soon to find out. Yes, and that's why again and again, Udipijanda, Baba, you know him, who is this? You know, Mr. So-and-so, we are trying it to signal to the files. So his Hafiza may bring out a file and show it that this is, you'll say, oh, this is Amir. Got it?
Yes.
Or not it?
Yes.
Yes. Got it? Or not it? Because for a long time, if you have not seen someone, and suddenly he came, he met you, and he said, you recognize me? Why we are doing like this? To the natural actions. Why? Because actually we are pinching the Hafiza to bring out the file. Where's the file? Yes. Yes. Or we are pushing the khayal to bring out the file. Where's the picture? Yeah. Let me. Got it? So, now, here are the files, and here are the files. Now when the goat see a lion or hear the voice of a lion, God, so the khayal tells it, this is lion. This is what? This is lion. And the Hafiza tells the goat that fear, otherwise will tear you. Fear or tear? Yes. Yes, fear or what? Or tear, not that tear. Torn. Torn. Yes. Got it. Tear, torn. Yes. So, first form, second form, and third form. Yes? So anyhow. So now, when it shows the file of fear, and it shows the file of shape, so how that shape and the file of fear club together? How? Ya subhanallah. So here, there is one power that is called al-sultana, the controlling power, al-mutasarrifa, the doing power. That is the center of that power. But look, its rays are spread all over the brain. Yes? Got it? Its signals are going throughout the brain, all over the brain. So that mutasarrifa, in that nanosecond, yes, he page the fear to the shape. That this is lion, it will tear you. This is lion, it will tear you. So what happened? What happened? So we call it quwwati fa'ila, quwwati muharrika. So muharrika mean a power which is giving movement, a power which is giving movement. When that is clubbed together, so from the brain, a quwwat and power, yes, when it push, so in nanosecond, the energy and the push spread from head to toe. So the quwwati fa'ila are the working power activated. Working power activated. To what extent? The fear of an individual goat or lamb or even human is to the same extent his quwwati fa'ila will work. He will jump over a big trench that he cannot conceive it. When he will be running, because the quwwati muharrika, the level and the standard of the fear, that is that powerful that when it gave him the kumak, yes. Got it? Got it? Or not it? Yes. So that is for animals in general. For animals in general. So now this run of animal or whatever work their work is, that is called quwwati fa'ila. That's called quwwati fa'ila. But in human, there is aql. In human, There is aql. And aql is overtaking all these powers. Aql is overtaking all these powers. All these powers are subject to aql. Got it? So in human, if such like things happen, so we say that muharrika is quwwat aqila. Muharrika is what? Quwwat aqila. If it will push you towards something which is ma'qul and reasonable. Which is ma'qul and reasonable. And when you are doing a reasonable thing, so that power of yours is called quwwat amila. In human, that's called quwwat fa'ila. In animal, that's called quwwat fa'ila. But in human, that's called quwwat amila. Got it? That is what Ibn Sina, and according to him, Aristotle said it. But as you know, that philosophy, that's a continuous subject. Yes, like science and technology, because philosophy is science. What is philosophy? Science. As I told you time and again, that philosophy is a theory of practical science. And science is practice of theoretical philosophy. Got it? And again, to make it easy, that philosophy is looking an answer for why, and science is looking an answer for how. Philosophy says why it is so, and science says how it is so. Got it? So nothing else, but you can say all the sciences, practical sciences or applied sciences, that's actually the practical shape of philosophy. That's what? Practical shape of philosophy. So as philosophy is going on, so the scientists, they are thinking about all these things as well. So Stephen, he said that human brain, this is brain. So he makes its three mansions. What Aristotle said, that was three portions. We call it what? Portions. And this one is from down to up. These are three mansions. So now he said that this first mansion is called brain system. And he said that this system is found in reptiles, animals, and humans. In what? In reptiles, animals, and humans. And he says that the brain system is actually causing functions to the organs. Causing what? Functions to the organs. The heart is beating. The kidney is doing its own job. The liver, its own job. The lungs, its own job. The spleen, its own job, and so on. The gallbladder, its own job. Got it? So this function is coming where from? From brain system. And that is in all living entities. In all living, moving entities. Living, moving entities, in animals in general. And he said that the middle portion, limbic system. So he says that emotions and feelings are coming here from. Emotions and what? Feelings are from which system? Limbic system. That is also in all animals. They have feelings or not? And they have emotions? Yes. Got it? And then he says that here the upper portion that is not developed in any other kind of animals but only in human. In human, and that's called cortex or cerebral cortex? Cerebral cortex. He says that even though it is developed here, but it has a cloud type cover on the whole brain. A cloud, not dark cloud, like dark. What? Like dark type, slaty. What? Slaty, yes. I don't know in English they call it slaty or not. Slaty color, which is neither brown nor black, like in between. Got it? Yeah, this color of mine. They just said, but make it further more light. So this color of my dress, that's called slaty. So he says that is a cover spreaded all over the brain. Spread all over the brain. If you will check the brain, so you will find that type of color. Got it? So he says that is improved there or developed there in the upper chamber. In what? In upper. Instead of mention, you can call it chamber. Chamber is good. And that's why somebody is bewakoof. So that's commonly says his upper chamber is empty. What we said. This wording was going on long ago. We were using it, but tongue is given, our word is given by Stephen. Word is given by whom? By Stephen. Yes, because we have a student. Yes. Murid Muqallid. He is Muqallid. Yes. Muqallid of who? Stephen, yes. So he said that brain system developed here, coincidence. Limbic system here, coincidence. But here in human, the cortex developed, coincidence. But why not in human and other animals? He said that's a dilemma. That's what? That's a dilemma that we have to find out that why that is not developed in elephant, in dog, in donkey. Otherwise, we would have called Dr. Donkey so and so. Yes, and engineer dog like this. And Sheikh elephant. Yes. Because if this portion was developed and then, yeah, of course there would have been Sheikh elephant. Yes, and engineer dog and donkey doctor and things like that. Got it? So, furthermore, inshallah, about aql, we'll be talking about different stages of aql, that what is aql hayulani, and what is aql bil malaka, and what is aql bil fail or aql fa'al, and what is this, and this. For tonight, I think that is more than enough. Otherwise, I think your cerebral cortex is also filled up, so you will not understand. Yes, it is right or not? Yes.